Look, well, let's not stand on ceremony, mate. Let's start the show.
See that coming?
What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy 8bit79, and as you can see today and the other day, we got sneak peeks 1 and 2 for Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, the twins, and yeah, well-deserved characters. I've been waiting for them to come back in the meta. Looks like they're getting Quicksilver out of that seasonal uniform, which is great. It's also great that they're not putting Scarlet in one, which is also a bonus. So yeah, got a lot to get into, so let's go ahead and get into it. We do have the tier 4 confirmed for Scarlet Witch right there in the when it comes up, and then for Quicksilver right here on the side of the 18-wheeler trailer at about 4 seconds. And now with Quicksilver, it's pretty easy to see. It's right there on the side of the van. But with Scarlet Witch, it's actually a little more difficult. I had to brighten the image and then put it through a few washes, but you can see T and then the Roman numeral 4 is right there visibly. In Scarlet Witch, I believe it's about 5 or 6 seconds in. And hers is really fuzzy. So yeah, there is that. So double tier 4s coming to the game. Let's go ahead and jump over to the forum. So we got a superhero who has been under the control of Chthon, has been released with the help of the mighty Avengers. Check out the new look and abilities of this superhero who fights against Sentry, who has become the Void. So this guy might wind up being a timeline demon like he used to be back in the day. Let's go ahead and jump over to Twitter right quick. The speedster with the lightning fast reflexes and agility races back to Marvel Future Fight, and everybody is losing it. Some folks asking about Agatha. There's the tier 4 right there on the side of us right there, and this is the comic run that it's coming from. 60th anniversary Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch #1. I wonder if we'll get a comic card in the game to reflect that. Yeah, we got to talk about this later too. And then as far as Scarlet Witch goes, we got the superhero who can warp reality. Has gained new powers together with her twin brother. Check out the new look and abilities of this superhero who has strong telekinesis abilities and expert knowledge of sorcery. We will announce more information through the patch details later.
Sooner or later, they will meet the twins.
So this is it, and hardly anybody is upset on this one. So interesting. As a matter of fact, same thing with Quicksilver. So yeah, now to jump over to X for Scarlet Witch, wielding reality alternating chaos magic. She's a force to be reckoned with. Scarlet Witch, ready to unleash her full power as she returns to Marvel Future Fight once again. And you got folks absolutely losing it again. Two tier 4s in one patch. This is not gonna be cheap, and the discount isn't gonna, yeah, that's an excellent point Commander makes right there. So this is gonna be a really expensive update, especially coming off the first native tier 3 tier 4 in Sentry. Yeah, gotta kind of put that into perspective. And just to get a little bit into this comic run that they're pulling these outfits from, Scarlet Witch #1 2024, published back in February, and it had a couple of issues. I think it was like a 4-issue run, looks like. So I'm not sure if they're done or if they're still continuing this thing. I haven't read it myself, but just so you guys can see what's going on there. Now, as far as my guy Quicksilver, what he already has in his kit is a bunch of native ignore dodge. He does already have some iframe ignore in his kit as well, I believe on the 4th skill. He's one of the first characters to have this thing, so it only makes sense that it carries over into the new uniform. This thing had a really long animation, super guard break, and a bunch of other things going on with it. So it'll be interesting to see what they give him as an artifact as well. That's another thing to kind of note. They also had a lot of chain hit in this guy's kit as well. We're gonna have to see how he's gonna stack up in the meta. He was a timeline demon at one point. He could return to the meta to chop up a bunch of what's going on over there. We're just gonna have to wait and see. He does have a lot of native penetration in his kit as well, but not much in the way of damage reduction or healing. So it'll be interesting to see how they tackle that, if they give him a lot of dodge, if they give him a lot of damage reduction. He does have a lot of dodge natively in his kit, increased guaranteed dodge rate on his tier 2 passive of 45%, and then on his 4-star passive, he has 70% chance to penetrate everything all the time. He's really missing a lot, to be honest. In today's meta, it'll be interesting to see how they're gonna tackle this moving forward. Got some more dodge there on his 3rd skill for 10 seconds where he buffs it. So they're really just gonna have to bring this kit more in 2024. As far as my girl Scarlet Witch is concerned, on her uniform passive, she has some ignore target dodge rate, increased mind damage, decreased damage received, and for her tier 2 passive, she has a 60% chance to penetrate everything all the time with the skill damage bonus damage, and increase all attack, all defenses, and all speed frenzy buff all the time on her 4-star passive. She does have a decent leadership, invincibility on the 2nd skill with some mind resist down and some mind damage, so she's probably going to retain that mind damage. It'll be interesting to see if they change her, then that's also going to be interesting. No iframe ignore, really low damage accumulation, 0.4%, so they really need to bring this kit into the new day and age. Maybe some crit damage, maybe some sort of energy utilization type buff, or something different altogether. Wouldn't be the first time they've done that and been successful at it. So yeah. Then as far as my girl Polaris here, I know she's new. I know there are probably a lot of characters in line ahead of her, but it would be nice if they snuck something in for her that we didn't know about. Might be a little bit too soon for her tier 4. And that kind of would set a precedent for 3 tier 4s, and we really don't want to do that. Yeah, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch.
To quote Isaac Watts, time like an ever-rolling stream bears all its sons away. They fly forgotten as a dream dies at the opening of day.
Kids Magneto coming back to the game. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to say the least. Y'all like, comment, share, sub, let me know what y'all think, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.